You feel too much, and that's your problem. Most men think that the path to power is by healing emotion. Wrong. It's by mastering it. If your emotions keep pulling you off purpose, your schedule, and off your mission, join Objective You. We don't do comfort, we do clarity. Weekly law, daily pressure. Let's get right into it. Mastering emotions. Most of you think that you can go through life and listen to every trigger that comes your way by way of your emotions. Your emotions are supposed to be observed. You've heard me say this before. When you enter into a space of getting your emotions and allowing them to come, because what you need to do is observe them and understand where they're coming from. This doesn't mean you need to turn into a fucking box like a lot of these red pill niggas tell you to do. Shut off all your emotions and just be cold. No, fuck out of here. You need to understand what your emotions are. And that's point one. Your emotions are the messenger. Emotions are the messenger. Your emotions are supposed to come in to inform you about something in your environment, something that's going on around you. Something is trying to tell you something. It is the messenger. Your emotions are the messenger that you need to listen to, but not let them instruct you, right? So if you feel fear, this doesn't mean stop. That means feel it and understand that, okay, maybe this fear is telling me that I've never done this before, and that my nervous system is kind of skittish because, again, I'm in the unknown. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to do it, but yet you still need to do it. That is what fear is telling you. Still continue, but just know that there's going to be things ahead that you don't know and you're not aware of. And that makes you a bit fearful. That shouldn't make you stop. And the next one that a lot of men have, because I feel like a lot of us go through this shit where it's either fear or it's rage. Right? And so when you get the feeling of rage, that doesn't mean you need to now act on it. That means it needs to be the messenger that has given you a trigger to give you the emotion of rage for you to then decode and understand what's going on. If rage is hitting you, that means you're either in a place where you're feeling caged in, you're boxed when you shouldn't be. You need to assess that rage. Take the time to sit down and understand what your emotions are giving you, because they're giving you signals. They're giving you specific details about your environment that you need to listen to. Observe your emotions. I will break this down to you every single video. Your thoughts then give you your emotions. Your emotions then give you your actions. Your actions then create the reality. Your emotional state is up and down. It's a volatile thing. But like yesterday's video, we discussed structure. Structure is the masculine energy of discipline and keeping it in place even when the emotions come like waves. You are allowed to feel what you're going through, which is this life experience. You're allowed to feel. Don't ever listen to anybody who says you shouldn't feel your emotions, but listen to them if they say they shouldn't instruct you what to do. Stay neutral in your discipline and understand that law is the way of a masculine man. And if you're going to live in this world, along with fighting the spiritual realm and conquer both, you are going to need to exert your energy, your masculine energy, which is the discipline and the frame that you should have. And your emotion, and we'll get to this in a different video, your emotions literally are just the feminine energies that are giving you creative signals, are giving you signals of understanding. Those are the feminine energies coming towards you. So if you were to shut them all out completely, you wouldn't be creating anything, you wouldn't go anywhere, you would just be hard as a fucking rock. That doesn't make any sense, right? You've seen those cold men they're too rigid, right? They just look like big sacks of rocks in rooms. You don't want to be that. Hear the emotion, understand what it's telling you, and proceed with discipline. Next point, healing culture is weakening. You're being sabotaged by something called healing, and it's weakening you. This healing culture that they got going on, this mental health, right? This healing culture. Oh, we need to get you into therapy. We need to dissect those feelings that you have, those emotions. They're a little bit too destructive in your life, and therefore we need to know exactly what's the trigger there and what's making you feel that way. Your purpose as a man is not to understand the emotions and act on them. Your job as a masculine man is to take those emotions as what it is, which is a messenger. right? They're giving you a specific, detailed answer as to what is going around you, whether in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm. It is giving you an indicator. You know that shit in Spider-Man where he get the little fucking urge to look somewhere because he knows trouble is coming? That's what your emotions are. They're giving you information that you otherwise wouldn't have known. So you want to know the information, but do you need to break down why the message is coming and how and why every single time you do certain things, this is feeling this way? No, shut the fuck up. Allow the message to come, right? Your emotions are the messengers. So allow them to come. Why the fuck you asking why they coming? Let them come, tell you why they're coming, and then figure out how to stay within structure. Your problem is you're listening to these fuckers a bit too much. You listen to the parents that want to dull you a bit because, again, like we said in previous videos, if you're raised by parents who are absent whether physically or emotionally or mentally, they're going to give you advice on the places in which their survival template is telling you that you should be, right? So if you're raised by a single mother and you're the son, your mother's going to give you the ideal version of the partner she thinks she wants, which is the softer version of who you should be. Just what it is. They want you to bend the knee. They want you to be softer. They want you to be more tender because what is she doing? She's a feminine woman. She's supposed to do that. She's supposed to be healing. But you're a man. You're a masculine man at that. You don't need that. You need structure. And sometimes, like you said before, again, your father may have been present or not, but that doesn't mean he was giving you the right information so that you weren't a coward and you weren't following the control of this order that they're going on outside for chaos to ensue. So now you have no regulations. And so when these healing culture people come, you bend the knee because, hey, my mom told me to, and my dad never showed me how to be confrontational. So let me bend my knee and hear what the fucking healing culture is saying. And now I'm worried about my emotions and why I shouldn't move when they come, and they give you the blueprints to each emotion. So therefore they're telling you what the emotions mean. And sometimes, and most of the time, they're wrong because no one can tell you what your emotions are telling you. They're coming for you for a specific reason. The things that you fear, I don't. The things that I get rage for, you don't. So how could I then tell you what your rage or what your fear or what your emotions are specifically telling you, dependent on what your environment is? I can't. And especially if it's coming from women. You see this shit where it's all women saying that men need mental health. No. We don't need mental health. We need more rigid, controlled structures that give us the discipline and the understanding on how to operate when our emotions come so that we can dissect them, move with law, and stay within discipline. Very simple. The shit where they're telling you healing is the way, and healing to understand your emotions gives you power. It makes you weak. Because when you go up against a man that follows law and discipline, you will lose every single time. No question, no doubts. Anytime you step into a room where a man has figured out how to make his own structure internally and externally to handle the waves of the feminine energy of creation and feeling, and you have not, you are going to lose against him. You will back down where you should have sharpened your edge. If you and him get in a fight, he will kill you and you will question, should you kill him? At the end of the day, if there is one life on the table and whoever grabs it stays alive, it's me, buddy. Like, I don't give a fuck who's coming up against me. It's me. And if you don't have that mentality because your mother softened you a bit, because you have no structure and discipline to understand how to be more rigid and more precise and more disciplined, you're gonna lose. Because now you're questioning your own masculine energy, and now you're doubting yourself. And if you have any sort of doubt against a structured man of law, you're going to lose. Business, money, women, doesn't matter. If you are up against that man, you lose. So instead of losing, become that man. Next point. Power comes from holding, not releasing. The power that you're looking for comes from holding, not releasing. You don't need to release every single time you get a wave of emotions upon you. You need to hold it and understand it for what it is, and then make your next move within law and structure. If you're a masculine man, holding tension without leaks is your power. It is your superpower. Your ability to hold condense the world around you, and not flinch no matter what is in your possession. Could be good, bad, indifferent. Doesn't fucking matter what emotion comes over you. You don't need to go release it. You don't need to go express it to the world. You need to sit there in silence and govern your kingdom. And your kingdom is simply your spiritual and physical life. We are at spiritual warfare. I will continue to say this in every video. You are under attack. And if you don't learn these simple laws and codes that will keep you from being annihilated, because that's what's inevitably going to happen to you if you continue to express yourself, when you should be holding your expression, building the tension and combustion within inside of you, and then governing and making your next move precisely to what moves you forward and the needle forward. Follow the universal laws and you will be able to build a structure that is impenetrable. Are you human? Yes. Do you need to feel emotion? Yes. Do you need to express every feeling that waves over you? No. Don't give a fuck how scared you are. Don't care how angry you are. Don't care how lazy and how you feel hopeless. I don't give a fuck, because those emotions come. Get back to a damn neutral state. And again, like I said, your emotions will come and you are allowed to feel the spike of up and down. Right? You might go real low some days. You might spike in the air some days. You might feel, hey, nothing coming from your emotions. But that doesn't mean that you need to then express to the world and express by action those volatile states of being. You need to condense your mind or compress your mind to understand that your structure is law. And now I'm going to follow that law by bringing myself back neutral and allowing the message of the emotion to now guide me and give me instruction on what I should do by following the disciplines of my structure. The message comes, gives your structure the information that's going on around you, and then you decode it through your structure of law and then execute it through your masculine discipline. No breaking of rules here, no doing anything stupid. Like, y'all, you see it all the time in this society. People, or men especially, get into this rage, get into this fear, get weak, and then want to express it to the world. And that's where all the crazy crime happens. And that's where danger becomes a thing, because a man that has no structure, that then expresses his inner chaos to the world, then gives the world chaos. And then everyone's like, holy fuck, why'd he do that? No, you know why he did that. He had no structure. And your healing fucking culture gave him the authority to do so. He needs to express himself. Stop this expression bullshit and hold it. And if your emotions are still hijacking you day to day, your money will suffer, your relationships will suffer, and your mission will stall. You need men. You need structure. You need the compound that objective view will instill into you. Next point. Emotional discipline over emotional intelligence. 100% you need emotional discipline. Fuck emotional intelligence. I said it. Everyone wants, I need a man that's emotionally intelligent. No, the fuck you don't. You want an emotional disciplined man. That's what the women want. That's what the other men with structure want around them. That's what the world needs, is men with disciplined emotions and know how to put their emotions in check. Emotional intelligence makes sense of your feelings. It gives you an explanation of your feelings. Emotional discipline keeps them within structure and shows you how to execute with them. You know how we talk about transmuting, how energy comes in, or that emotional state comes in, and then you must transmute it no matter what the fuck is coming into the structure that you have to get the outcome that you want, and not the outcome that may come if you let that shit derail you and you do whatever it tells you to do. That is what we're talking about. Transmutation. That is what discipline is. It allows the emotion to come in, go through the structure of law, and then discipline will help you execute on whatever that message was that you decoded. And then you do it with structure. And now it benefits you and drives you forward. Because this high performance that you're looking for in whatever realm that you sit does not come from peace, right? Because you're gonna find peace understanding your emotions, but they're not gonna get you anywhere. You're not executing on anything. You need law within yourself, within a structure that pushes you forward physically and spiritually. Again, this is spiritual warfare at the end of the day. They are on top of each other. If you haven't watched my videos before, the physical realm and the spiritual realm mimic each other. If you do anything in the physical realm, you are doing that in the spiritual realm. So if you're hiding away because your emotions made you fearful, you are running from the spiritual challenges that you need to go through to build you up and bring you exactly what you're desiring. They go hand in hand. Your life looks like shit, you're probably fucked up spiritually. And you see a lot of the spiritual gurus, namaste, up in the fucking clouds. That's not where that's not where you gain the clarity that you're looking for. You don't gain it through living in the clouds, going into monk mode and shutting off everybody. No. You go through the fucking battlefield and allow it to scar you enough so that you understand your positioning and gain information from yourself about who the fuck you are and what you need to do and execute in the physical. The shit where you just hide away and you do your little rituals and have no execution plan because you're not truly masculine is what's fucking you up. And then you got a lot of men just following it through healing culture. Got you outside looking like a fucking idiot, doing all sorts of juggling acts or yoga bullshit to compress the emotions and get them out of you and X, Y. What the fuck are we talking about? Deal with your emotions up front. Learn them. Understand them, because not only will the same emotions come over you more than once, you're going to then see a pattern and see that, okay, cool, this is why I get fearful. This is why I get rageful. This is why I get jealous and envious. This is what makes me feel powerful. This, everything will start to repeat, and then you can now sense when you're in the wrong environment, when you're in the right environment, when you should move, when you should pause, because they don't change messengers. Your emotions don't change the messenger. It's just what it is. The messenger is the feeling, and then the feeling is going to tell you what to do based upon how it goes through the law that you've made. So when you get these feelings over and over, but the physical is different, the spiritual is the same. You're going through another spiritual attack. Okay, great. But they're gonna send you these fearful emotions, these rageful emotions, these powerful emotions, and hey, then now you get a rhythm going. Now you're working with the laws of the universe, because now you see a pattern, and now you can identify when you should move, when you should stop, when you should stay silent, when you should speak. Now you start to get into the rhythmic pattern of how to operate with your discipline structure, because that is law. And if you follow the laws of the universe, you will get everything that you please and everything that you're desiring. But you have to confront it and go at it like head on and accept the emotion for what it is and then put it through the fucking judgment of your structure. I want to tell you right now, if you've been working for the last 3, 6, 9, 12 months on yourself in whatever realm and whatever way you've been doing it, right? And then out of nowhere, you get this crazy ass emotion of, I don't know, maybe you're getting bored. You're getting that boredom emotion that's saying, fuck, this not working. That's really the emotion of doubt. You start to self-doubt because then you see nothing happening in your physical realm. But you're not realizing that the momentum that you're building in the spiritual realm is gearing up to ascend you faster than you ever have ascended before. But because you allow this feeling of doubt or regret to come in, it derails your momentum. And now you've pushed the timeline that you've been looking forward to. Because of this one emotion, because you had no structure. So structure makes sure that the emotions don't derail your momentum. It gets kind of crazy. There's a delay for a reason, right? You want the delay because you're physically going to do the work. And again, the spiritual realm and the physical are mimicking each other. So you're doing the work, which means you're doing the work spiritually as well. And as you're building up this momentum, don't think the divine doesn't see what you're doing. You're doing exactly what you need to do. You're building the momentum within the spiritual realm. But there has to be a delay. Because imagine if you fucked up and the spiritual realm gave you what you did immediately. Not 6 months down the line, it got pushed down and then you start to experience. No. Imagine if you got it immediately. You didn't like that. You would not like that. A lot of us would be in the grave quick as fuck. Right? So the delay comes so that you can continue to pivot, to move, to recall what you did wrong, without the consequence of you immediately feeling it. And so is the reverse. When you're doing good in the spiritual realm, in the physical realm, you're going to have a delay because it's just density and matter. You have to allow the time to condense. And yes, while you're making these good strides, you are condensing the time from which you get to the actual timeline that you want to be in. But you have to allow that delay to go by. So don't get these feelings of emotion or these feelings of regret and doubt come in to derail the momentum that you're building. Allow yourself to stay structured, stay disciplined, and understand how the order of the spiritual realm and the physical realm work so that you get the outcomes that you want and not slip up because of these fucking crazy ass emotions that come. They're allowed to come. Just don't let them derail you. Next point. You can't lead if you leak. You cannot lead. You cannot lead if you leak. And a lot of you are leaking. A lot. Without question, without a doubt in my mind, you are leaking. What do I mean by leaking? Every time you collapse, you're losing your leadership credibility. Your masculine energy it contains. It doesn't allow leakage. It doesn't allow spillage because of emotion. You're supposed to be holding still, holding firm, holding within your structure of law. So you can't lead if you're leaking. Every time you collapse because, hey, this fucking emotion came, like we just spoke about a second ago, this emotion came so I stopped doing what I was supposed to be doing. This horny ass fucking, or this sexual seduction energy came over, so I called up a bitch I cut off 6 months ago. Right? Or you fall into porn addictions because you can't go outside and find a bitch. Who are you? Like, duh. If you're looking to be a masculine man of structure and law, you have to be able to contain those emotions as they come and decode them through structure. And the reason why I keep saying this over and over to fucking beat it in your head, structure and law are the filters of emotion. And what comes out is what you should be doing. Because all the fluff gets fucking pulled, all the extra volatile bullshit gets thrown out through the structure that you've built. And now it's just an answer of, hey, this woman's not good for me. Hey, I need to continue going. Hey, this boredom just means peace. Hey, I'm gaining traction within the spiritual realm. Hey, my timeline is closing and I'm getting closer to what I actually want, which are the byproducts of this boredom. Come on now. Stay within structure. You will not be able to lead. Men want men to be able to contain, because a lot of men can't contain. So the second you are looking to lead men, the second you are looking to be in a place of authority, but you cannot follow the structures and laws that you are speaking of, men aren't going to follow you. Women aren't going to stay with you. Money's certainly not going to come to you. Hey, your survival is starting to get real critical if you can't hold and contain your emotions. You might as well turn into one of these bitches. One of these healing cultural motherfuckers. You don't want to be a spiritual heavyweight. You don't want to be one of us. You don't want to fucking enter this war for real. You don't want to help other men stand their ground against the spiritual world. You don't want it, bro. So just turn into one of them spiritual cut bitches, bro. Because you like the hijack feeling. And I'm going to tell you why. It's getting kind of hot because these lights. But I'm going to tell you why. You love the fucking hijack feeling because the hijack feeling allows you to, like we said yesterday, enter the realm of chaos that feels like freedom, and that fuels your rebellion that's within you, which feels like power at the time. And so you think you're building up structure because now you have all this freedom because now the emotions came. The emotions came, told you what to do, you did it. You felt great in the chaos. Ooh, woohoo, great. 3-6 months later, that chaos catches up to you because again, there's a delay within the spiritual realm to the physical realm. And those timelines were being altered and shifted because you were doing fuckery. Great, so now 3 to 6 months come by and now you're feeling the pressure of the chaos that you just committed a few months back. And now it doesn't feel so good, does it? And then you run to these bitch ass healing culture folk and express, and they tell you to journal it, and emotional intelligence is important, and maybe you should pick up yoga, and maybe you should start doing all these other things, when realistically what you should have done was stay in place when shit got boring and repetitive. You should have stood your ground. But you backed down and joined the fucking hooligans outside, ran away from the spiritual war, and then wondering why the enemy in the spiritual realm is pushing up against your fucking home front. Hey, I don't know of any spiritual motherfucker that could stop or save you from yourself, bro. You are the only person in control of your emotions and how they will alter the timelines that you're looking to jump into. You want to win spiritual war? You better get some discipline in you. You want to win the spiritual war? You better create some structure. You want to win the spiritual war? You better understand law and how to enforce it when your physical realm doesn't want to. Your body's going to want to do its own thing. Your body's not going to want to wake up in the morning and go to the gym every day. Every day. Your body's not going to want to fast every day. Your body's not going to follow the rules of the structure. But this is where you come in. Again, thoughts, emotions, actions, reality. Allow those thoughts to come in, observe. Allow what the emotions give you to be observed. Observe them. Now it's time to act. You have a choice now. You have a choice. Do not let emotional flares hijack you from where you're going, because now where you're going is then going to be committed by the action to then create where you're going. So understand it. And so I'm gonna give you one last opportunity. If you're looking for a safe space, this is not for you. If you're looking for your comforts to be stroked, this is not for you. I'd click off the video now. But for the chosen few of you that stick around and understand that objective view is to forge you into the man that you're supposed to be, help you within the spiritual realm of understanding and beating your negative emotions, which are just demons, negative emotions. Again, we talked about demons before. Demons are those negative emotions that come over you. And then what? You act on them because, ooh, I had to. Ooh. If you're looking to cut all of the hijacking, if you are looking to follow law, structure, and the mission that you were called to be here to execute on, I implore you to join Objective You, as we will deal with you every single day, and there will be weekly calls to express not only this, but deeper topics than this, so that you can continue to advance in the spiritual realm and get to the byproducts that you desire. And if this didn't resonate with you, go argue with your mom, because maybe she will explain to you your bullshit.
Boy, Mr. Brown.